dun, dun. Like always, we start with a little bit of chill, 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 chill. Do, 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 do. Hardcore, what up, dog? Do, 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 do. Do, do, do. Mass, what's up? Ralphie boy, what up? Cindy, how you doing? Boop. What's happening? Alright, game time. Here we go. Pre-warm up today. Pacifico. Yellow Red Bull. With some rum in the cup. Ready to roll. Diggers, what's going on? Privilege, what's up? Blanco, DJ. Panico, what's up, man? Hey, girl. Monica, just a little bit here at exactly 9 o'clock. We go ham, and then I'll hit you up. Whoa. Do, do, do. So hot out here, man. Oh, see. Henry, what up, brother? What's going on, brother? Victor, what's going on? I was gonna say, Legendary Empowerment, how you doing? We need to talk, cause you're on deck next week. No matter what, you're on deck next week. We'll figure it out. I'm saving that shirt that you send me for our session, so it's a dope shirt. Thank you for supporting it, Legendary Empowerment. You guys have a chance, go check out her page. She follows super supportive on the Women's Empowerment Month that we are doing here on RebelDaze702, and it's our first one, so we apologize, but I'll guarantee it'll just keep growing and growing and growing. Thank you all for chilling. Jade, how you doing? Leo, what up, dog? Man, it's like 80 to 90 degrees out here, and I'm sweating ass. Sweating. Game time. Welcome to another exciting episode of Sessions on RebelDaze702. I am your host, Grease. Thank you for taking a part of the day to come and chill here with us. I appreciate it. This month we have been working on little idea I had with along with Legendary Empowerment. Big supporters of the ideas that I have and big supporter of the page since we started. So always major props to them. Thank you very much. Thank you, Bree. So we decided to do like a women's empowerment month on Rebel Days. I've been posting a lot of pictures about girls and, like to share their stories. When we started, it was a lot of guys always talking about all this stuff, and a lot of people were asking, hey, we're going to have girls? We're going to have girls. I was like, hey, let's do it. Let's see how many girls I could get to jump on here and share their stories about the party scene. Now, we all know the party scene as DJs, as goers, as promoters, as everything, but wanted to give a different perspective, maybe from a different angle. A couple of the girls that have been in the party scene. Last week we had Jessica Lynn and Zara telling us about the old school. Jessica Lynn's a DJ, and she'll be DJing milk crates next week. So very happy about that. So today we're going to start off with a girl that I known for a while. A lot of you guys and girls out there know her very well. Always at the parties, always ready to party. Her name is Monica. A lot of you guys know her by other names, nicknames, whatnot. I know her as Monica, so let's invite her in here and let's have ourselves a nice little good time here and enjoy ourselves for the next hour. Thank you all for joining us. Here we go. Let's send her a little invite here. And same time now, and we're good. Pablito, what's up, dog? Hello,
Hi,
senorita. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for joining us. I really appreciate your time.
I'm trying to see if I can set this up. Okay. What's up? That's fine.
That
So,
works good.
how are you?
Good. How are you today?
Fabulous. Feeling pretty good.
So I was telling everybody about the party scene and whatnot, and about what we used to do, and it was all guys, and I want to do a Women's Empowerment Month, and I had reached out to you first, and fortunately you weren't unable to grace us with your presence at the beginning, but now we have you, and very happy for that. So let's start off. Like, what was your first? How'd you get into the party scene? What was your first rave or party that you went to?
Okay, so I started reading really young. My sister was in Sinful Pleasures.
Okay.
And her name was Janina. And so it was like Janina, Joanna, a lot of the girls that were in Real Seductions later. But they were supposed to not get in trouble by taking me with them. So I think my first party was on D Street.
Oh, snap.
I was 12 years old, and it was a warehouse on D Street. And I just remember walking in there, and it was like blacked out, light shows going on, and I was like, what the fuck is this? I live here now. And the girls used to, like, they would take me, and I was nerdy as fuck, okay? I had like these big purple glasses, and I was a little girl. And then they wanted to sneak me into parties, so they would pack their clothes in bags, and before they would take me into the party, they would like dress me up real fast and take me in. And so that's how I started going, and I just fell in love with it. I've been in dance class since I was 3 years old, so dancing is like everything. And it started.
How old were you?
Huh?
How old were you?
12.
12 years old, partying.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's cool. That's cool.
And then I started going to the lake.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so my cousin Gina Marie, everybody knows Gina Marie. She hung out, I think, with like Rebel Alliance and the Wild Ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how I met some of the guys, was through my cousin. My sister ended up going off her own way and doing her own thing. Mm-hmm. And I stayed partying with everybody. My story is going to be a little bit different than most people's because I started younger and I did a few different things. But we started going to the lake every Thursday night. And I remember that was like the first time I jumped up on a go-go stand. And I
Oh,
was
okay.
fucking everything. And I loved it. I loved it. I remember my cousin Gina, she always yells at me still. There's even videos out there of me go-go dancing and like guys trying to grab at me, and she's like, she's only 14, and like hitting on them.
Wow.
She might join there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I told some of the girls to join because I don't really have the best memory in the world, but I told the girls like, hey Rosa. I told the girls that if they remember anything or if I don't remember it correctly, like pop on and be like, no, girl, it was like this.
Well, we do have that little question box on the bottom. You guys can go ahead and tap that and put your questions, and I'll try to read them and send them to you so everybody could read them. And as we normally do, we'll just talk and people just start throwing questions, and we try to answer them and that whatnot. So,
Hi,
all right.
Edward.
So you're partying 12 years old, get about 14 years old. That's the first time you get on the go-go cage or the go-go stand. How did you like get into like you were part of a group, like a crew, a girl crew, or how did that come
So
about?
I was, um, so I was very young, like I said, and this was kind of
Mhm.
like when the cholos were switching over to Rebel, and it was like back and forth, back and forth. So the girls in the party crew in Sinful Pleasures, their cousins were all in like 28th Street and stuff like that. But they
Mm,
all just kind of like, because they knew that they had to take me with them, like they would dress me up, but they would put me in the middle and then they would dance around me in a circle.
mm,
So the boys didn't touch me, you know? Um, and they put me in Sinful Pleasures. I don't even know how I got in Sinful Pleasures. I was just in, and I think it was just because of my sister. What year was this? I was 12 years old. I don't know. I'm not great at math. I'm 38 now, so do some math for me.
Somebody,
Like,
because I
what,
failed math.
90, 92, 92 maybe, or 93?
Mhm,
Yeah, way back then.
mm,
And so we used to do that. And back then, if there wasn't parties, we would go to the strip and we would cruise the strip. And we would all jump in the back of trucks and we'd like be yelling at each other, hey, hey, giving out our numbers so we could go to parties with each other. Things like that. There was no internet. Um, you just had to get those flyers out.
mhm,
So, however you could go to where there was congregations of people, that's how you went there.
mm,
So at that time, it was cruising the strip. So we would all get dressed up to the nines and we'd get our flyers and we'd get in the back of trucks. And then at stop signs, we'd jump out of the trucks and we'd like give our flyers to everybody.
mhm,
Um, and I was in Sinful Pleasures probably till I was like 14. And at that time, my sister actually had a baby. So she
mhm,
stopped partying. And then it was like me and all the girls that I had just been with for all those years. And they became
mhm.
like family to me. I did actually leave home at 14. So that
Oh,
is why you guys saw me at all the parties almost every night because I really had nowhere to be. So I was just going to go dance.
okay, that's cool. All
I'm trying
right.
to think if I ramble, stop me.
No, 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 please.
And
No, no,
so at
no,
that
I'm
point,
interested. Go, please.
I had a best friend. Her name was Annabelle,
Mhm,
and her mom was cool with us going out, and we used to go because it was like Thursday night you went to the Mexican dance club, whatever one you could go to. So
mhm.
El Matador, the lake at Sinaloense, um,
Okay. El Rey.
or there was that wasn't yet. That wasn't it. This was before that. So it's
Oh.
Matador, Sinaloense, and something else. I can't remember. So on Thursday nights you would do that, and then on Friday nights there was usually like some kind of house party or something, and then on Saturdays there was usually a rave.
Mm. Yep, pretty much
And
it.
yeah, so we went to high school, and there was a bunch of girls from high school, and they were like, "Hey, recruit from your school, and recruit from your high school, and recruit school." So we did end up getting busted on the strip passing out flyers, and we were dressed something like this because I've been dressed like this my whole life. And they gave us instant exposure tickets.
What?
And
Those exist?
yeah, I'm trying to remember. So I've been trying to remember, and I have not so wild stories. But let's see. I remember they pulled us all over, and right at that time they were trying. This start keeps going black, so excuse me for touching it.
No, no, no problem.
At that time, they were really breaking, like, trying to shut down the gangs. They were trying to shut down the gangs, and we were always with 28th Street because that was Joanna's cousins. So they would always watch us, and they didn't want no one coming like around us. So 28th Street would come to the parties when we came to the parties, because they just didn't really want anyone messing with us, and they didn't mess with nobody. They minded their business. They stayed away unless they felt like it was uncomfortable around us. So we get picked up that day, and I remember they had like a Polaroid camera, and they started snapping they took us and did like mugshot pictures of us.
Oh, wow.
And they were like, stand forward, stand to the side, and they did our pictures. And I remember the girls kept jumping and throwing their hands in front of my face like this, and they were like, she's too young, you can't take her. And they released us, but they did tell us they were putting us in gang unit.
We all kind of made it there. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah. So we decided that we were going to disband that, and then that's how Royal Seductions came to be.
Royal Seductions. Yeah, see, I remember Royal Seductions. I remember the other ones too. So so you what schools did you go recruit to get Royal Seductions going? Like, what were the major schools?
Cynthia was the lead. This was fallen. So Cynthia ran that shit like a business. She was not fucking around. She had auditions. You had to come, and the girls sat on the couch, and you had to dance for the girls. And they would make you dance. You had to wear like a cute outfit so they knew you knew how to dress. And you had to audition out. So we went to the first meeting, and we were doing our tryouts, and we were like, yeah, we could. Oh, and we had to have like $20 or something so we could throw it in the pot, so we could start working towards our first party. I think that was an Oops session that we did, and it was just fucking a mess. It got wild. People it was at that Hippos place, or it was just like Jungles or Hippos or something. It was next to the Alexis Park, across from the Hard Rock.
Yes. Yeah, I know exactly that. That was your first event, right? Your first party?
That was our first event. Yeah.
What was the name of the first event?
Oops session. We were all in Betty Boop at the time. And we had like our game plans, and we were like, okay, like we would ditch school, like we would go to other schools like in their lunch, and we would just like walk in and pretend like we went to school there and be like, hi, here's a flyer, here's a flyer, here's a flyer, like passing flyers out until they kicked us off property and doing whatever.
Yeah, we all did that. We all had to do that. If you didn't have the connection at the school, you had to go and go deliver flyers. It was part of the deal.
Like,
you had to do it.
I'm here now, so.
Yeah, I got class with Mr. Johnson. Yeah, what? No, man, get out of here. Like, fuck.
Totally, you don't go here. Oh, but I do. I remember one
just
time
got transferred.
chasing us, and the girls like opened a classroom door and just threw flyers in and ran out.
That's cool.
Had no fucking shame. We were like, whatever, we're getting in trouble anyways. So we ended up, but like, Cynthia was older. Cynthia was 18. Okay, so she had a little bit more of a head on her shoulders than me, who was always the baby of the crew. And she would we'd have our meetings, and we'd have to save our money, and we'd have to give it in. And she was like, this is how we're going to manage it. Like, the girls will, like, we have to have dancers, we have to have cages. We have, like, she was doing it right. So I think we got a hold of the Generation X cages, and we threw a mad ass party, okay? And it was amazing, and it was packed. It was a full fucking house. Cops never fucking came, but everybody got into the fire extinguishers.
Oh, wow.
And they fucking sprayed the whole, like, it was crazy. So we had to get everybody out of there. They had to get, like, the fire department to come down. And then we had to, like, replace the air vents in the whole fucking hotel. Like, it was wild, but we had so much fun.
That's what it was all about, having fun. I
Yeah.
mean, it was really hard to make money, so I guess it was
I
all
think
about
we
having
made like
fun.
$20 each after we replaced the fucking air vents.
Yeah.
But
Well, it wasn't that bad then, I guess. I mean, you still made a winning, so that's cool.
yeah, we left with like Jack in the Box money, but we left with
Hey,
something in our pockets, and we left
nothing
with
wrong with Jack in the
valuable
Box.
lessons.
Hide all the fire extinguishers.
Yeah, right.
All
But
right, so you throw you.
huh? Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I was just gonna recap. So you throw your first party, you get your crews, you guys are out there passing out flyers. You throw your party, you guys make $20 each. Go to Jack in the Box, eat some burgers. What's
Uh-huh.
next? Like, what happens next? Like, now that you guys went through this first event, are you guys planning to get the next event going? You guys getting together and brainstorming, or like, hey, let's go kick it, let's do some parties, and then we'll think
We were
about that
like,
later.
let's start out with something like a little smaller.
Hmm.
Because at this time there's like crews popping up left and right, left and right, left and right.
Hmm.
And we were like, okay, well, basically this is where like I really feel like I got like, oh, I'm frozen.
Do you want to build a snowman? Oh, there you are.
There I am. That was really hateful. Um, so you did. um, so we did like a ditch party next,
Okay.
and we did a
All
ditch
right.
party.
Ditch party. All right.
Yeah, at I don't even remember where we did it. Some 2-story house. And I remember the cops came and they like the DJ never fucking showed up. It was a fucking mess. The DJ never showed up. We had like these 200 people and we're like looking for the fucking DJ and we're like, where the fuck is this guy, right? I don't even remember who we hired. And
It's
we ended
panic.
up
It's probably
having like,
panic. It was panic.
I met Panic when I was 15 years old. Like everybody, you see this in this scroll. Everybody's like Panic, 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 Panic. You know what I mean? Like he was the fucking man. So I was like, it's my quinceañera and I want DJ Panic. So of course they got
What? No shit.
yeah,
Look at
I was a princess and I got what I fucking
that. There
wanted.
you go.
Yeah, and then Jason was cool. We were friends, and I never really got to hang out with him after that. There, I was real young, like I said, in the streets way earlier than I should have. Hi, Tony. I can't see this. So I was running way fucking than I should have been. So like at 14 years old, like I had like a nightclub schedule starting Thursday night going out, right?
Of course.
And
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, like what the fuck else am I gonna do? I'd stay at Gina Marie's house, and then Gina Marie. I stayed at Gina Marie's house, and then like Gina Marie's mom works at Casa de Amore, the Italian restaurant on Tropicana.
I love that place. I love that place.
Okay, so my aunt Tony is one of the waitresses. They say that she comes with the building. Like if you buy it, Tony still fucking works here. That's the end of the story.
All right. Cool.
So and she's retired now, but that's where my aunt Tony worked at night. So we were like right up the street from the drink.
Yes.
So we used to
Oh
go
wow,
for
the drink. Oh wow, I haven't heard that in a while. Okay, cool, cool. I that place is still standing empty.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, am
Yeah.
I fucking tripping or didn't the fucking ceiling open at one point? Can anybody
I
vouch for
don't
that?
remember.
Anyone?
We have a lot of party
That
goers.
old? Didn't the ceiling open? Because I swear, and they used to have bubble parties there.
I remember the bubble parties. I don't remember. I don't remember the ceiling, unless it was some good drugs. I don't know.
It could have been. It was the 90s.
It
I
was
do
the
have a
90s.
story where R. Kelly tried to fucking pick me up there.
Oh really? R. Kelly, huh?
Yeah, he fucking did. Gina fucking, he came up to me and and he gave me. I didn't know who he was at first. Like he was just some like tall
Mm-hmm.
dude, and then someone was like, "You know that's R. Kelly," and I was like, "I don't fucking care," because I was being sassy. He bought me a seaweed mixer. I don't know if you remember the
What?
cement mixers, and like you take a shot of it and it mixes in your mouth and
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
cottage cheese. And I was
Yep.
14 years old, and I'm like, "Ugh," and I'm like trying to swallow. He's like, "I'm just your gag reflexes." I was like, "Oh, cochino."
What?
Yeah, that's my R. Kelly
R.
story.
Kelly. Chocolate Factory. I can't believe it.
Yeah, I told him to
That
fuck
dirty
off.
bastard.
And I am out. And then the show came out, and I was like, "Oh shit! I almost ended up in R. Kelly's basement."
You'd have been on that Lifetime movie. That would have been awesome. No, I'm just kidding. It would have been awesome. That would have been horrible.
And one young Jennifer Tilly.
Yeah.
And then, yes, it was Jason. Anyways, and I could never get into Club Rio because my fake ID worked everywhere else in the fucking city, but it never worked at Club Rio.
Wait. Time out. So you couldn't get to Club Rio, but you had DJ Panic as your quinceañera, and he couldn't get you in?
I don't know.
We're gonna have.
I don't even know
I'm
if I
gonna have a
asked.
talk with him. We're
Have a
gonna have a
talk
talk
with
with him.
Tell him that he's wrong and he needs to treat me better. No, I'm joking. And the
Bam.
security, like, fucking knew me. Like, I would go every week and still fucking try because I was like, one day he's gonna fucking let me in. I was like Ducky and Pretty in Pink, like showing up, and like the bouncer was like, "Why do you fucking come here? Like, I'm not gonna let you in." Like, that's what it was like. And I would walk up to him every week and I would hand him that fucking ID because it was only 18 plus. Like, it wasn't 21. It was like 18, I think. And I wasn't even 18. So I had this fake ID, and I was Don Kimike Sakaguchi. And I was from Hawaii.
All right, cool.
And, and I'm like, he looked at me and he was like, "Nah, girl. No.
You ain't coming in.
You."
Oh.
I was like, "Yes, it is. You are so wrong." But I went every week, and every week he was like, "Girl, just fucking don't. Just don't." And then I remember on my 18th birthday, I gave him my real ID and fucking handed that shit to him. And he looked at it and he was like, "Go ahead." And he let me in, and I just literally walked in. I think I walked around and saw like Rosa and a couple other people, and it was smaller than I thought it would be. And it was still a cool place, don't get me wrong, but I was just like, I had hyped myself up so much that when I finally got in that fucking door, I was like, "Fuck this, I'm leaving." And that was it. That was my Club Rio days.
Yeah, a lot of people paint the Club Rio being such a great, humongous, Studio 54 from New York. It wasn't.
It was like a showroom. It was like a Vegas showroom.
Yeah,
Like
it was
DJ
very
booth
small.
was here, and then it was like step around, back. That was
so much for DJ Panic's claim to fame that he was from the Club Rio. It was
no,
small.
Club Rio was the shit. It doesn't matter. Club Rio was still the shit. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. But it was a good time. I didn't actually stay in the rave scene too long. I mean, I was there from the age of 12 to probably about the age of 16, and I did hit some other raves after that time period because, like, I just like underground. I like underground. I left at 14. I liked subcultures. I became a psychobilly after that and started hanging out with the punk rock scene. And they were really like a family to me. And the guys from like that I hung out with, like Wild Ones were my homeboys. Like I was always with the fucking Wild Ones. And the Lost Boys, probably because of my cousin. Like my cousin hung out with Wild Ones, Lost Boys, and Rebel Alliance. And then at my school, there was like, I think it was the Latin Rebels. Maybe was their name. It was like Ricardo, Mauricio. Okay, shut up, Panic. He's making fun of me for thinking. So I didn't realize that I'd be able to see it on this side too.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can.
Hey, Tom. Yeah, DOGs. That was later though. I hung out with DOGs later. But so when me and Gina were running the streets, we started hanging out with the DOGs a lot, and didn't matter if there was a party, we were gonna fucking go. We liked to dance, we liked to party. We didn't fucking care. We would make it there. But in the beginning, when I was young, and the boys didn't know how young I was. Like I kept it from everybody. But because they'd be like, "Got home to your mom, little girl." I think they told them like I was 16 or something. And like I said, I always had my best friend with me. Her name was Annabelle, and they used to call us Monabelle.
Oh, that's funny. I like that. Monabelle.
And they used to call her. I used to call her my left ass cheek, because everywhere I went, she went. And trying to think, they called me Besos. My license plate on my car said Besos. And let's see. Yeah, that was we started doing Utopia and stuff like that. I did love the house parties, though. Like, the house parties or, like, the ditch parties. I remember there was this ditch party, and I think it was the Wild One in the Lost Boys, and you guys can check me if that's right. And Rosa was there. Rosa, do you remember? It was at the, it was like the Elks Lodge or something. It's all, like, wood panel walls.
Sounds like the Elks Lodge.
I'm looking for Rosa to answer, and she's not answering. I think it was the Elks Lodge, and it was like this ditch party, and it was like the coolest thing. But it was like all boys there, and which is how a lot of the ditch parties ended up.
Yeah, that's pretty much the ditching parties were a fraternity relaxation.
Thank you. Tony said it was the Wildlands party in '97.
There we go.
I think I was like 14 though, so it couldn't have been '97. Because it was before my King's Day. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, no it was. And it wasn't a sausage fest. It was fun. I mean, it was great for me because I was like, hey boy, how are you? You're cute. Hi, here's my beeper number.
My beeper number. Your code is 112, all right? Make sure. That's funny. Your code today is 223. Make sure you drop it. I ain't gonna answer.
Yeah, right?
That's funny.
I put 83505. So it said Besos.
Ah. The skills with the phones. I remember the skills on spelling that stuff on the pager. That's crazy. So
yeah, and I tell people these stories. Like I tell my son and my bonus daughter, I call her my bonus kid, Chloe. That's his sister. I've helped raise her since she was like 5. My dogs are freaking out. Sorry. And I am in my bedroom, in my bathroom, because I'm in quarantine. I do have coronavirus, but I'm getting over it right now. But I can't go out there because my kid's out there. So he's out there with the dogs.
Oh, okay.
But you're a bad influence, Jasmine. You were the one bumping Biggie, driving us home from school every day, teaching me how to rap to Biggie.
Oh, snap. You're a rapper too?
No, we just thought we were. Me and Jasmine and Annabelle drove home every day to Biggie Smalls, and we'd like put the windows down, and we thought we were gangsters.
So I want to rewind it back a little bit. Back to like the rave scene and the rave area. You guys threw that one rave oop session, right? With Betty Boo.
Session.
And then you guys, ended up with the money, and then you guys were going to do another party. Did you guys ever do another party after that, or what happened after that?
We did the ditch party. And then I want to say that we just started clubbing after that, like a lot. And we would still go to raves, don't get me wrong. I just don't think that we threw a lot of them after that. We're the Uber driver. We could fit like 15 girls in your car, Jasmine. We got pulled over one time for having too many girls in the car, and I had this purple outfit on, and the cop was fucking calling me Barney.
Nice. What a nice guy.
He was like, Barney. I was like, oh my God, this cop is such a dick right now. I'm never wearing this outfit again.
What a dick.
I know. I think he's such an asshole. He didn't even say anything to you.
So you start going to clubs. What was the difference between going to a club and going to a rave in your
Okay,
sense?
hold on one second, Rosalinda. It
Yeah.
was the ones with Lisette. That was when we were in Sinful Pleasures still. I remember, what was that guy that used to drive us around? I remember he passed away, but he had the '62 Lincoln, and he would take us in his car. And then one day we put our heels through the ceiling on accident. He got so mad.
Ooh,
And he was like, "You bitches!"
I would
We
have
made
done that
a
too.
haul in his
62
'62
Lincoln.
Lincoln with one of our high heels.
Ooh, I would have been mad. That's kind of my
Yeah,
dream car. I would have been angry.
that's my dream car too. I want it one day.
Well, me too. Hopefully the show gets picked up by like NBC or Comedy Central and, make some money just to afford the car. That's my
Yeah, right.
goal.
And we just like cruise around.
Oh yeah, I would just have it just to cruise around. Like get waste 12 gallons to get to 1 mile, Those things are crazy.
Yeah, I think after that, I got associated with Generation X more.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, and I started helping out with that. Like, I was always behind the scenes at parties, and I did enjoy the
Hmm.
parties, but for the most part, I was behind the scenes.
Hmm.
And then, like, if we were support to a party, because the way they went, if you threw first you had to have the right DJs. If you didn't have the right DJs, no one was coming to your shit.
Hmm.
Second, if you so if you didn't have the right DJs, and then you had to have the cages, and you had to have the go-go dancers. So then you had to have the crews that were in support. So these are the people that everybody knew how to party or threw good parties. So there would be a good party if these people were there.
Hmm.
So then you added your like homies on the flyers. And you're like, this person support, this person support, this person support. Here's your DJs, here's your rooms. And they started breaking in as raves got more and more. My friend Lynn used to my friend used to I think that she started coming around when she broke into a warehouse and she
Oh,
had Tony
she
DJ, and
gangster.
I don't think she told anybody she broke into it. Like, she legit broke into this place in the middle of the fucking night. I was like, okay, let's fucking go. Like, she waited for these people to shut down, and I think she got busted for it, but like, she didn't get in a lot of trouble. This
Oh
wasn't when it
wow.
was really cracking. I wish she was on here. I told her, yeah, Blanca. I told her to fucking get on here, but she's like, I don't know, man. I'm not really into the fucking internet and shit. So, but she'll be on here watching like a month.
Yeah, I'm not on the internet either. It's just, it's a part
I
time.
have to for my career. Like,
Mm.
raving has helped me in my career so fucking much. I think I spent $20 once on a Facebook ad and like had nobody come to it. And I'm a hairdresser. So in my industry, I work for myself. If I fail, it's my fucking fault.
Yeah.
And I just do
Yeah.
like my rave shit for my promoting. I take my little cards. I have one here. I take my little. These are my business cards, and I just go leave
Hmm.
them places like if I was flying for a rave, and I do well, and it's helped me with
So,
promotions. I
what's
appreciate
your
it.
page? Go ahead and plug your page so everybody knows where to go
Oh,
check out your hairstyles.
it's a pale moonlight hair.
Boom,
So
pale
it's the
moonlight
name that
hair.
you guys have me. The cell phone number. You guys can call it if you need your hair done.
There it is, guys. Snapshot that. If
It's on
not, hit
page.
her up. Go get your hair did.
Yeah, I'm a dreadlock specialist. Believe it or not. I like
What? There's
fell
a
in love with
specialty for that?
dreadlocks when I was a candy raver. Huh?
There's a specialty to that, really? I
Yeah,
thought you just had.
You crochet with a crochet hook and needle.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow. Well, if I had hair, I would love to get dreadlocks. Unfortunately, I
I
won't.
would
So,
show you, but
maybe,
I just took all of mine out. I had the whole bottom of my hair done. I did it in quarantine because I was like going crazy sitting here. So I
uh-huh.
dreadlocked like from here down. But I couldn't curl it. I like to curl my hair. OC
That's
runs cornrows. I can
cool.
do tight ass cornrows. Like you would have like a facelift.
Oh,
And
Diddy
they're talking
coming
about
back. I would love to see Oh
Milo.
Diddy cornrows.
I could hook him up.
So,
Milo's
how
like his
did you end up
buddy.
getting
I remember he thought he was James Dean. Huh? He had his little red
Milo?
jacket.
What up, Milo?
James Dean.
The Paisa James Dean. I remember that fool. He's awesome, cool. I love that
The
guy.
red
the
jacket. Milo and his
the
red
red jacket. That was like that was like a staple for him. I remember, like, we'll come into the party and then they'll be battling and you see this red jacket. I'm like, oh, Milo's over there. Like that was his deal, man. That was funny. Oh, she's frozen again. There we
sexy
go.
face at least. He can be like making
So
duck.
so how'd you end up getting into hair?
Hey, Dad.
What drove
um,
what
I've
drove you
always
into
wanted to
hair?
do it. I've always wanted to do it. I'm from Albuquerque. That's why I'm a little rough and tumble. And my
Hmm.
tia had a hair salon on it was Dead Man's Corner in in the South Valley. And me and my
Hmm.
cousin, we were twin cousins. They used to call us Frozen. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but you are frozen. Do you want to build a snowman again? There we go. You're back.
They used to call us. It's lagging, I think.
There you go.
Because
I
my
think we're
cousin, his
good now.
name's Damasio. He was like one of the first UFC fighters for like the small, but me and him for like the smaller guys. He was called the Angel of Death.
Hmm.
But him and I were twin cousins when we were little. We were like a month apart. And we used to sneak in between. There's a laundry room in the middle. And this side was the beauty salon and this side was the house. And we would just sit there and watch the ladies do hair. And I were badass bitches. And then I just did it. I never wanted to do anything else when I was 16 and went to college for a little bit.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Man, you've had a pretty amazing life.
I did okay. I mean, I was left home early, so you got to think I just did whatever came to be. I was like, I'll try it. Let's see what.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at life. That's awesome.
You guys
So
are
back to the
one of my
parties.
greatest memories. We always had fun.
Yeah, we always had a great time.
I
Always
can't hear you
partying. It
because
was always fun.
yeah, it
Can
was
you hear me
great.
now?
And
Oh,
then
there you
after the wild ones, I remember Jacob started throwing the parties down there at the competition Grand Prix.
go. Yep, I remember that.
That's
I
when
remember that
Generation
one.
X was still crew.
Yeah, I remember that. We were part of that. We were part of that group, I think, still, or we were helping out at that time. We were from Generation X for a while, and then we kind of went our own ways. But we would go and help them out when they needed it. So yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so that's when that happened. The Rebel parties were always great. I'm trying to think of anything in particular that stands out. I mean, we were just the tunnels. Do you remember the Generation X tunnel, the wild ones, and the Generation X threw this fucking badass party at the tunnels. So the punks used to throw parties at the tunnels, and then they started getting busted up. And then Chad from AWOL, somehow we got a hold of the tunnels.
Hmm.
I don't know how we got a hold. And we were throwing parties out there. The rave.
Hmm.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
we were all out there in our fucking platform high heels walking through rocks, like trying to climb this ladder down into this fucking drain tunnel where they had somehow gotten fucking go-go cages in there. And then the fucking cops came with shotguns, chased us out. It was so weird to me that we weren't allowed to fucking dance. Like, why couldn't they just let us fucking dance? We weren't causing any trouble. I mean, a little bit, but not a lot. No more than
Yeah.
any other kids would.
They really didn't let us do that. They didn't let us party. They didn't let us have a good time. We were
They were
doing wholesome,
illegal.
fun time. Well, yeah,
They
but
were illegal. It was
but what
crazy.
was legal? You know what was legal? You had to go and get a damn, permit, pay a bunch of money for that, and then do this, and then you can't invite people under the age of 18. You know, some bunch of bullshit. So
What is it? Bureaucracy?
yeah,
Yeah.
but they allow it
Yeah.
now. I mean, you could go to the strip, and there's every casino has a club now. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The tunnels are still there. I know the punks are considering using them again because of all the shutdowns and stuff, but we'll see what happens if they start using them again.
I haven't been to a good punk show in a while.
Oh, I've been to too many. And see, I guess at that point, like, I just always hung out with the Wild Wings a lot. So it was like I saw their parties a lot more than I guess, because we didn't actually end up throwing that many.
Mm-hmm.
But we did end up working like go-go for different situations.
What was your favorite party?
And then, what was my favorite party?
Mm-hmm. Out of all the things you've done, including the clubs, any of them, any of those
Okay.
parties or raves
Fetish
that you went to.
It was like one of the first club, Fetish and Fantasy, but I'm fucking weird. I like weird shit, okay? So I was in there, and we were dressed up as, I think I was a nurse, and Lynn was Black Mermaid, like a fetish mermaid or something. And I really loved those Fetish and Fantasy balls when I was young. At Utopia. Do you remember Utopia?
Oh, of course I remember Utopia. I normally got carried out of there every time I went.
I don't remember shit. I remember walking in the bathroom once and seeing like a club kid, like a chick pissing and a club kid doing like lines, and I was just like, okay. This place is gonna be lame. Yeah, Utopia was always fun. They had like the walls. I always explain it like if you went in a mental asylum, like the walls were square paddings like that, like padded walls.
Yeah, I remember. I went there before they changed it because there was a point where they changed it. It was like dark, and then all of a sudden you came back and that changed everything white. I remember that stuff.
Yeah, that shit was
like,
weird.
oh, man,
after they changed it, it wasn't right. It was.
Nah, a lot of people are like,
they put in that cage in the VIP area, and it was just like a big like go-go cage full of like love sacks, and you would like go in there and smoke weed.
oh, the good old days.
Yeah, and then that's when I'm trying to think what other rebel parties there were. I don't know. I sent you a bunch of flyers, but there was like Back to the Ranch. I remember that. I don't know. I just always just ran on with the DJs. Poppy was like my best friend, so I was always with Poppy.
DJ Poppy.
Where's he at?
Yep.
Is he on here at all? Has anybody seen that guy?
Not for a while.
I believe that. Back to the Ranch, yeah. And so I just ran with the DJs and just like walked in the back of parties. So I don't even know if I necessarily even.
Any special event?
Jason, hold on. Panic. Do you remember the party where DJ grabbed you and like made out with you on stage and all the chicks got mad? And then like DJ Irene ended up being gay.
Who? No. What was that again? I missed that.
DJ Irene.
No.
Remember when DJ Irene?
Who'd she make out with?
Panic. On stage.
Really?
Yeah.
DJ Irene and Panic made out? No way!
Yeah.
Wow, you hear it here first. We didn't know that one. Wow.
Yeah. It was a Viper event. See? He remembers.
Oh, Henry's on here too, I think, if he's still here. Wow, really? Panic and Irene. I never thought of that. I never... really?
Yeah, all the girls were all jealous because everybody was out Panic's ass. All the girls were like... And then, like, you find out, like, she's totally gay. Like, doesn't like men. It was just, like, a stunt event, but it was cute. It was funny. It made waves.
Oh, wow. Really? She Tone's like she thought Panic was a girl. Henry says, yeah, it was Vaporized 98. Oh, that's crazy. All right, that's cool. I don't remember
Like,
that.
I remember
That's
the
cool.
parties more than I remember, like, the names. Like, I'll remember what I fucking wore to the party. I remember how I drove there. I will not know the name of the fucking party.
Oh wow. Wow, that was a good one right there. Would have never thought that would, that's pretty cool. I like that. Breaking news, yes. I'm gonna hit up DJ Irene and I'm gonna tell her, hey,
He
I
went out
know
with a gay lady on
Panic.
stage.
She was
Even
straight before she
even the
made out
gay
with Panic.
ladies couldn't keep their fucking hands off him. It was crazy.
Wow, I never knew he was such a ladies' man. I always thought like, oh, DJ Panic. I was like, that dude, whatever. I didn't know that all the girls were all
Oh,
after him.
chicks
That's
were all over
crazy.
that. You had to have Panic at your party, because if you had Panic at your party, the girls were coming. They were
Oh,
gonna be there.
what? Like that? I wonder if I could do that now with the girls come if I had a party with DJ Panic.
Probably.
Uh,
I
yeah,
mean,
we're gonna try that. We're gonna have to try that. See if it works. Nah, see now he's thinking he's all cool now with his glasses. Whatever, dude. Whatever, dude. You turned DJ Irene into a lesbian after she made out with you, bro. Whatever. That's crazy. That's funny. And honestly, that was cool. Like I did not expect a bomb drop like that. Like
dude,
boom.
I
Guess this is
have
what happened.
wild stories. Like, if I can get
What?
my brain spinning, like, I remember shit.
That's cool. Hey, let's do that. Okay, another crazy thing that we might not know that you experienced at a rave. That would be awesome. You know, crazy stuff that happened while you were out there, partying it up.
I remember a lot of crazy things. I remember me and my best friend there was this house party. This is gonna make me look so fucking bad, but this shit is fucking gonna tell it anyway. It was one of the wild ones. Was having us, right, and it was the one and only time in my life I fucking and I was like 14 years old, and I remember I took I was trying to act like a badass. I was like, I'm gonna take shots, and I ended up like getting super drunk, and I wake up, the house is full of like 200 fucking people, and I'm like passed out on the couch, and I'm like, oh my god, everything's spinning, and I go to the bathroom, and I like fucking threw up on my dress, and now I'm sitting in the bathroom, and I'm like, get Fievel, and Fievel like comes and like showered me literally in the bathroom there in my dress.
Oh man, come on. Time out. There we
Doesn't
go.
have to give me a ride home later.
That's funny. Hold on, you're
I'm not gonna
paused.
tell
Oh,
no
come
stories,
on.
Tony. Don't worry, Tony. There's some stories that I'm just keeping in here. A lady doesn't tell all of her stories. But yeah, well,
snap! More bombs.
Tony was my homeboy.
Breaking news.
Not like that. Not like that. No. Tony knows all my dirt. But Tony was just my friend. He knows all my fucking dirt. But he was just my friend.
Oh, the Bone Collector. We're gonna change DJ Tone to DJ Bone Collector. He got all the stories, ain't saying nothing. He ain't sharing.
Who?
Panic says he just tells my stories.
Infra.
Oh,
Your
that's
story's
funny.
Panic.
Oh, come on.
I'm not
Oh, man.
telling you. Some of it to myself. But anyways, so X parties at the Grand Prix. I think that's when I met you
No, we
guys.
lost her.
Hey,
No.
Gemma.
Oh, there you are.
Oh
There
look,
we
now we
go.
lost you.
We're back, though. There you go. We're all good. So you're talking about the Grand Prix? What were you saying
No,
about Grand Prix?
I didn't fuck around. It's totally glitching, and I like can't even hear what.
I know. I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, no. Me and Tony, like I said, Tony was like, what?
Come on.
So
Why
we
is
went
IG
to
always
Grand
messing with
Prix
us?
for.
Yeah, wherever you want to take off. I mean, your stories are amazing. I am all up on this shit. Shoot.
So competition Grand Prix. That's where I started meeting up with Jacob and JJ. Cause like all of my friends, like I said, I used to go. I used to help set up the raves. I was just a little workhorse. I would help the guys carry their records cases down into the fucking tunnels down the stairs, just whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course there was the homegirls from school, and so like we did our own things too. The homegirls, we did like our ditch parties and all that. And on like Saturday nights, like before we would go to the rave, that was one thing I did too. Like that's how I started doing hair.
Mm-hmm.
Was the girls, like I always did like bomb ass hair. Like I dressed like a tomboy. I'm a little rough around the edges, but I always did good hair. So I would like do like my whole crew. We would like set up, and I would like have one come in, and I would do her hair, and then she would go out. And then I think I could do like 5 girls a night before we went out.
Nice. Okay. So you're already getting practice before you heading to what your profession is now. That's pretty dope.
Yeah, hairdressers raise hairdressers, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's just who you are. So I just like to be in the scene, like out there. I was 14. I really didn't have anywhere to go. I lived with different people. Junior remembers my trailer that I stayed at. I think Panic went to my trailer before. I used to stay at these apartments when I used to hang out with the wild ones, and they used to pick me up from down there. The Latin Rebels, or that. Okay, am I saying this right? Floor Rock. Am I saying this right? What was the name of it? It was Mauricio, Ricardo, Fernando. What was the name of their crew? Do you remember?
There was a Latin Rebel crew. I remember that.
Was it Rebels?
I don't know the guys. I know they shared a couple of pictures already on the page. So I know there was a Latin Rebels at that time. So
yeah. Anyway, so I would hang out with them a lot too, because they went to high school with me, so they could take me to school in the morning or whatever. Primo Latino. That was who they were.
oh.
And they were friends with my sister from before, so I would hang out with them a lot. And they were all into like racing cars, so sometimes we would go to like to the illegal races and race the cars and do all that stuff. And then we'd go watch the guys break dance. I think it was like Sunday mornings or like Wednesday nights were the 2 practices, and we'd just go watch that kind of stuff. Just experiencing life.
So you got exactly 1 minute. It's already been an hour. It goes fast. We had a great time with you. I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. You have 1 minute to say whatever you want.
Real quick.
The attic.
Y'all, the attic, I started working at the attic when I was like 15. I know that everybody used to go to raves there, and they were always really supportive of the scene. The attic is back in Vegas, and the attic is fucking open. And they still have all the vintage fucking fabulousness. So
well, I'm going to look that up, and we're going to go.
The attic, Christina is the one running it. She was like, oh. Yeah, I ran the up as the vintage, and then the downstairs was the club area. It's gone. The vintage still there, but they also have like where you can sign up and get shit to like hand out to the homeless. Like even if the homies want.
I really appreciate you taking your time to chill.
Yeah.
I'm ready for it. Thank you very much, Monica. I really appreciate it. Everything. I really appreciate the support.
Love you guys.
Thank you, and we'll definitely
Thank
do
you very well.
we'll do another one again because it's